Hey everyone, this is Limited Power with some game reviews from the Fall Tournament Series Final. We're going to take a look at the two semifinal games and the finals matchup. This series started last September and included over 20 tournaments and 100 unique players. I had a lot of fun hosting this and running the event. It culminated in a single elimination tournament with the winner taking home a copy of the upcoming Shifting Sands expansion that will be coming out through Kickstarter. All right, let's jump into the first semifinal matchup between HAL9000 and DistantHarmony. The opening spell pool includes Crushing Blow, Time Distortion, Puppet Master, Wild Bloom, Trap Attack, Fracture, Toxic Gift, Transfigure, Painful Vision, and Bad Fortune. Taking a look at this, I think Fracture is a strong card here. There's a couple targets for you to be able to move mana onto. Time Distortion, also always a strong card. Let's go ahead and get started and see where HAL9000 goes with the first pick. We'll be taking Fracture. Again, that's what I was expecting. Now here for DistantHarmony, I think Puppet Master, Wild Bloom, those are the two target cards for Fracture, so I think taking one of those. I like Wild Bloom here because there is a Crushing Blow and Hoodwink out there, which are both two strong target cards for it. They do take Wild Bloom. Now, as HAL9000, I think I would take the other target card, which is Puppet Master, which they do, and we bounce back over to DistantHarmony for their second pick and first full turn with attack. Looking at this board, I think I would be looking at either Living Wind or Transfigure. Personally, I am a big mana type player, so I would be looking at Living Wind, but they will go ahead and take Transfigure. They do end up with a 4-power mana on the draw, which is nice for the upcoming basic. I am really surprised here that they immediately opt to swap out of Wild Bloom. I think both Crushing Blow and the potential for Hoodwink are really strong, as well as having Time Distortion and Trap Attack on the board to be able to potentially speed up the trigger of Wild Bloom. But they opt to roll into Toxic Gift. They will immediately play that to deal some damage, and then go into the basic attack for 4. So coming back over to HAL9000, Drain Soul is a really strong combo card with Toxic Gift. I could see taking that if you want to try and control what your opponent is doing. Time Distortion, again, is one of my favorites, but it doesn't really work with the setup that they have at the moment. So they will go ahead, take Drain Soul. They will then cast that to pull the single mana. I expect Fracture to come off here to move over. They do, onto Puppet Master. Now, at this point, I think you could either cast the 4-power mana from your hand, as there's already one in the discard, there's only 2 left in the deck, or you could, I suppose, leave it, go for a 0 basic attack, which is what they opt to do, and then this leaves DistantHarmony in a spot where they can take Hoodwink and get the full 6 damage off of it, which they will go ahead and do. They'll then move into that basic, which was already going to be 0, but no cards in hand, and it comes back to HAL. Looking at their board here, the setup with Fracture having the 3 on the bottom would be good for a Trap Attack or a Time Distortion play, I think. And they will take Trap Attack. They will go ahead and cast Puppet Master, though, to get the 4 damage off of the mana that they play. There's no play for Drain Soul this time, so Puppet Master into the 4-power mana discard for the basic. So now DistantHarmony. Looking at this board, I am Time Distortion, again, is always a good utility spell, I think. It allows you to move mana around, recast strong spells. That is the route that they're going to go. They can cast Transfigure, take the full 4 mana, and then Time Distortion to pull up cards, move 3 damage with Toxic Gift, and then move into their basic. They're hampered by Puppet Master, though. Nothing to do there. So now we move back over to HAL. Looking at their options, got Haste. Depending on what they're trying to do here, maybe Ice Storm. They're going to go ahead and take Haste. This will allow them to trigger Drain Soul a couple times if they want. Oh, they're actually going to target Fracture. That is interesting. To build up some more mana and actually get some additional movement. Yeah, they'll move the card right off of Haste. They will then cast Drain Soul to pull 1. Only thing that was in hand was a 1. Not going to build up any more mana at this point. Just move into the basic to deal 3. Coming back over to Distant Harmony. Hoodwink isn't going to get you much this time because they dealt the 3. I think this is a tough spot. Again, really surprised they abandoned Wild Bloom right off the go on the first turn. They are going to take Hellstorm. Okay. They're going to immediately cast that, and ouch. A 5-card draw, all ones. That is rough. You're usually hoping to get more damage off of that. They will Transfigure. They will take the full amount. Maybe would have considered swapping off of Hoodwink there. Cast Toxic Gift for the 2. And then they're just going to move over to their basic. Yeah, 4-3. All right. So HAL9000 will pull Contamination. Now they'll move Fracture. Oh, to move Trap Attack. Good. Okay, I like this. Trap Attack, I'm assuming they're going to go Haste here as well. Got the 4 in hand. That's a fun little repeatable combo, which is what they're going to do to deal the damage. Casting Contamination, put some 1s back on top of the deck. I'll go ahead and discard a 3 as a basic. Want to hold that 4 for the Trap Attack Haste combo. Distant Harmony moving into Painful Vision here. With Time Distortion, they'll be able to keep Transfigure safe. They can recast that to grab some more mana. Now they're going to switch out Hoodwink. Okay, they've got the mana in hand to be able to cast Tsunami, which they will start with to deal the 4. Then you can get Painful Vision for 5. So some big hitters here. They actually go ahead and move the 4 over with Toxic Gift because they're not going to be able to use it with the basic. And then they can deal 3 off of the basic. HAL not able to take a new spell, but immediately able to go into Haste Trap Attack combo for a 4. Opting not to do any more attacks. Could have run with Drain Soul there, but leaving some options open. I think that's always good. I'm in favor of that. So Distant Harmony now, only option is to cast Toxic Gift, but with only 1s in hand, they will opt not to, just to run a basic here. All right. Oh, Backfire. Okay, this is going to get spicy, I think. taking backfire here is going to allow them to do some interesting things with contamination. Yeah, let's see how this plays out. All right, so contamination to start. The 2 4s go back on top of the deck. And then backfire will send a 4 across. Trap attack. Oh, this is going to get painful, I think. To pull up the 3, another backfire to send the other 4 into Distant Harmony's hand. Now they can use Fracture to grab mana. They're going to move over. They're going to haste. They're going to get both of those 4s back with Drain Soul. That is gross. Just an absolute monster turn there from HAL9000. That is fantastic. Another base. Oh, backfire again. Yep. Just getting 1 there. And then the basic to take Distant Harmony down to 1. That was absolutely beautiful. So Distant Harmony now in a pinch. They have to close it out here in order to have a chance. With Transfigure, they're going to have potentially some options to move some spells around. Let's see what they opt to do. I think. All right, going to take Wrath. Going to get at least 2 damage off of that. Maybe 4 with Time Distortion. After the draw, not looking hot though on mana for Tsunami, which is unfortunate. Get the damage off of Wrath right away. Time Distortion to pick up off of Painful Vision and Wrath. Transfigure to switch into Bad Fortune. Okay, so it's guaranteeing 4 damage, which is going to be good here at the end. It doesn't matter if you end up pulling the 1s, because this is your final shot. Tsunami will not pull the 4 that they needed to hit there. But they'll grab 4 from Painful Vision. Another 2 off of Wrath. I'm sorry, they got the 4 earlier from Bad Fortune, now the 5 from Painful Vision. And then they have left a 3 for a discard. It's a really unfortunate ending there for Distant Harmony. Two big plays there could have been the Hellstorm attack. A couple rounds back, there were only 1s drawn. If you're drawing anything else there, you may end up with a higher basic attack and higher damage off of that to be able to close it out. Or on the Tsunami draw there, had they been able to draw 4, they would have gotten an extra damage from Tsunami, and then had a 4 in hand at the end to deal the 2. So really unfortunate there for Distant Harmony. Some bad luck, but with the basic, HAL will close it out and finish that one. Super close game. Not how I expected that to end up after the swapping off of Wild Bloom early on. These are really good players though, and excited to see how it played out. We will move over to the next semifinal and see who HAL9000 will face in the finals.
TTR.